Hi guys, Michael in Las Vegas. Guess we're all getting pretty familiar with each other. So I wanted to just take a few minutes and talk about a concept and a situation that often rears itself in social work practice. And, it's something that I was struggling with today. And, it's just really difficult. We ask people to do things that are, that just go against so many things that they believe, but that in the long run, these things are better. So what specifically I'm talking about is I met with a client today at my practicum site, and she's 11 years old, and since she was just a couple weeks old, she's been staying with her paternal grandparents, and the grandparents' son and his wife have since had like 7 kids, and they're all just in a real bad way. Mom was using methamphetamine, throughout her pregnancy, and of course the baby and mom test positive at delivery. What I'm getting to specifically is the role that not compulsion but free will plays when we try to do things that are going to create situations for stable families. The courts are really good about removing kids and putting them with grandparents or whatever the case may be. And, as I meet with a lot of clients, they may understand that they're not capable, or they're not, they haven't proven, a track record of being able to take care of their own needs, whether it's substance abuse or mental health or whatever the case may be, or domestic violence, a big one, but are super anxious and eager to maintain custody of their children. Even when we see families that have great support systems, it's almost like, I say moms because most of my clients are moms. It's almost like moms are, and you got to understand, you got to love them. And this is their children. But very often it's difficult to talk a parent into looking at additional placements for their children while they get their act together and they're able to make some positive changes and create some different system dynamics in their life. The reason I bring this up is because this 11-year-old girl that I was meeting with, she is starting to struggle academically. When she was born, the state or county, whichever it was in California or whatever, was less likely and willing to give grandmother custody of the little girl because they kind of figured the extent of the substance abuse at the time was going to give the child a lot of challenges later in life, and they weren't sure that the grandmother, who was old then, was going to be able to manage this. But my point about the parents is that even though this couple has all these children, like I said, they have like 6 or 7 children, to my knowledge, they've all been removed, kind of thinking that's the place. But apparently the biological parents still have their rights. They have not had their rights terminated. They don't visit, they don't do anything, but apparently they found out the little girl's cell phone number, and they've been calling her and are texting her, leaving a bunch of texts about grandma, is such a bee and all these other things. They're keeping you away from us. We love you, all this kind of stuff. And yet, legally and paperwork-wise, these parents can have their children back. I mean, there's nothing that says that they can't. It was just the situation that came up. And I just wanted to know if anybody's got any insight into kind of some of the things that we can do and big picture stuff that we can talk to our clients about that'll, kind of make that transition or even that situation a viable option for, allowing a child or children to leave the household, to stay with friends, family, or even foster systems and whatnot, to where families can get the help that they need. Of course, you're asking a mom to do probably the hardest thing she possibly can do, but I think in the long run, when we allow these children and we encourage these moms to work through what they're doing, it could just, it falls apart in just devastating ways. So, anybody got any, input, any suggestions on how you approach parents with that option being on the table in lieu of, at all costs, this isn't going to happen. I'm going to do what I want to do with my kid and keep them here. And I'm not talking about the courts coming and removing. I'm talking about that non-compulsed. This is what's best. I can see that this is what kind of needs to happen. And if you guys got any input, just let me know. Look forward to hearing from you. Thanks a lot. Goodbye.